According to important scientists, Earth had 50 to 80 more years to live. And are we the problem? Are we the problem? Earth is dying today. So the three main things I want to talk about is this pandemic really had to happen in order for us to realize that we were killing Earth slowly, by slowly. Second thing is how are we saving the world? And the last thing is what's next? I feel like, in my opinion, this whole coronavirus situation, the whole stay-at-home lockdown, has affected us in a good way. In a good way because we are no longer um, outside. Um, People are more sanitary. Um, the pollution, there's less pollution all around the world. The less traffic, and mostly us. We were the problem. Mm. Pollution is big all around the world, and from pollution you could get people die from heart attacks, brain damage. Um, it could affect all the organs in your body in a way where you could be dying slowly. Mm. Another thing is that again, this pandemic affected us in a good way to keep the world safe and alive. And people are, I feel like it was unnecessary for people to realize to be more sanitary, to be more clean. And I feel like they should have been doing that like a long time ago. The other thing is that we're saving the world by not traveling anymore by plane, because by plane the engine, that's like all chemicals. Like it doesn't matter if it's a plane, a helicopter, those the little test the test rockets NASA be sending. And I feel like what we were breathing was actually chemicals. It wasn't um, it wasn't what Earth itself is providing us like naturally. We were breathing chemicals instead of natural air. You know, um, it was affecting like the whole Earth's whole atmosphere. Again, the sea animals um, were affected as well, because there's boats in the ocean that are really not supposed to be there, or ships, or whatever you want to call it. And the engine also at the bottom, they were killing the animals, because sometimes either uh, a ship or something would be carrying like dangerous chemicals. And then you could see it some, if y'all actually pay attention to the news, or if y'all see the news, there will be cases where either oil will be spilled all over the sea, and it'll be affecting the animals bad. And then the population of the animals will be going down slowly, where some animals are actually now extinct. There is I don't know what animals are, but there, if you search it up, you can see what animals are extinct because of us, because we made a mistake that killed them. Another thing is, the other good thing about this is that the oceans or the rivers are clear. The animals have returned to where we, the humans, were actually kicking their animals from their natural habitat because of tourism and all of that. Um, the other thing is that people around the whole world can actually see how the whole coronavirus was affecting them in a good way, because the number one thing was that was on Twitter trending was that the Himalayan mountains could be seen after 30 years. If you realize that 30 years is a lot, and that's really, really bad. It could be seen after because of all the pollution, and the Himalayan mountains are between India and China. So if you were on the India side, if you were closer to the Himalayan mountains, you could see them, but they will be blurry. But now, after this pandemic and this whole stay at home lockdown thing, and no more pollution, no more traffic, and none of that, they could actually see the mountains clearly, and then people from afar could actually see them instead of not being able to see them. I am going to pull up an example of, not an example, but the picture that somebody tweeted. As y'all can see, there you go, the Himalayan mountains. This is in Italy, the famous tourist. The water is clear. animals are back to where they shouldn't even been kicked out of in the first place because of tourism. This is in China. This is before and after the COVID situation lockdown thing happened. Um, India. This is the map and on top of China. You can see that there is less pollution on the screen. This is in January and this is in March. Again, another one. As you can see, it's getting clearer. And last but not least, our most tourist attraction, or most people would be seeing, was in New York. This is the New York picture. Yeah, that is really, really bad. And uh, what's it called? Hopefully, after this whole pandemic is over, please try and take a part. Like everybody, hopefully, everybody in the world makes a part of recycling more, being more sanitary, um, reuse, reduce, and recycle. The key word. And please, please, please take care of our earth. If not, we will be sliding slowly. All this thing happened in a couple of months. Imagine what could happen in a year, 2 years, 3 years. Just think about it. And the last thing is, we are the change the world needs.